Okay everyone, welcome back to another King's Choice how-to video. Today we're going to be talking about Mystery Murder here. Mystery Murder is a puzzle type game that is based upon unlocking keys to the doors to progress through the levels. There is a puzzle element to this, and we will take you into that shortly. There are a couple different key things here in this, in that you get your HP, your attack value, and your defense value. Your HP, attack, and defense can all be increased as you progress throughout the chapters, either by picking up the power-ups on the ground or by going to a shop. If you've collected coins like such, can be picked up. Similarly to anything else that is on the grid like this. Keys, like I said, are needed to progress to the next chapter, and you need to unlock a certain number of clues to open that spot on the grid. Now, as you saw earlier, you can click on one and it reduces the number of clues needed to unlock that space by one. Now, when you click on a clue space that already has a 1 on it, you unlock it, and then it triggers everything around it as well to reduce its clue number. So let's progress to the next chapter here, where we will earn 80 points to move on to the next. So after the first case puzzle there, you'll notice that every single door to open now requires 2 keys to enter. So these are the other power-ups that I was talking about. You've got HP, you've got attack, and there's one with a shield on it, which will be for defense. Shield, or it'll look like your armor icon right here. So these are the ones that I was talking about, that if you pick them up on the way, then you'll increase your total values down here. Now, the object is to pick up as many of these plus the keys to progress to the next page in your case with the least amount of clues used. So something like this, we would go 1 there, and then there, that, and that. Now, that was probably wrong. There was probably a more efficient way to do that. I'm not the greatest at figuring out the efficiency for these, but the other two things, or few things really, that are in this event are these guys here. These guys are your fragment pages for your dossiers. Now, you can add these fragment pages to your own dossiers. I'm going to click on Don't Remind Me Again today because I don't need to know. Or you can initiate a swap with people on your friends list in order to swap out your dossiers to get dossier fragments that you need to finish your grid of 9 here. Once you finish any single line or the entire grid will give you the rewards on the side here. Plus you'll get all the completion rewards down here. Some people go strictly for dossier fills because these are relatively decent rewards, as are the ones at the bottom here. These are fairly good rewards, especially if you're saving up for like a charm event or if you're saving up for an intimacy event. Can also, if you're feeling comfortable enough with it, compose 4 fragments. They can be the same fragment, they can be different fragments, they can be two the same 101, 3, it doesn't matter. You can take any 4 fragments, and then you can take your fragments and compose them into a singular fragment that you might still need as well. So one of the other things that I was mentioning are these special events They call them special events, but they are things on the board that are there for a limited time. Every time you click on a clue, its counter is going to reduce by 1. Once this hits zero, this special event disappears. Like such. So, you'll see that you get more points per page in your chapter as you progress more pages. Now, we'll get on to the NPC criminal events. These guys here will, if you unlock them, that is, or uncover them, I should say, they will lock up everything around where they're at until you deal with the enemy. Now, this is what a fight will look like. It'll tell you how much HP you're expected to lose, how much defense the enemy has, how much HP the enemy has, how much attack the enemy has. Now, this loss of HP calculated is a calculation between their attack value and my defense value and their defense value and my attack value. And it's a combination of the two. How much damage can I deal to them per turn? And how much damage do they essentially retaliate and attack back to me per turn? And I'll show you what that looks like. So that one took 4 turns essentially, but I got the associated investigation funds. Investigation funds, like I said, can be used at the shop to get additional power-ups. Now, dealing with criminals on every single page is in my opinion, inefficient way to try and gather funds when you can do it the same just by progressing. The tips will pop up when there's still something on the board for you to grab or for you to interact with. So I just clicked don't show this again because I don't necessarily want to uncover everything that's on the board because, again, inefficient use of my moves or what available stamina I have. And again, score totals go up. Move on to the next page. And you just keep doing this essentially until you no longer can. So here's the shop that I was mentioning earlier. Now in the shop, it'll tell you what your items cost or how much coin you need. Investigation funds is what they call them in this event. You'll see how much you have up here. You can refresh the shop once for 100 gold. But I've never seen a need to refresh the shop myself. I just come in, buy up a couple defense items. Sometimes you'll find me buying an HP item if my HP item is low. But the higher your defense, the less HP that you're going to lose when you go and face either a boss or another criminal as you progress through the pages. So we're going to go ahead and just fly through the next couple of pages here so that we can get to the boss and I can show you what a boss looks like. I collect a lot of power-ups on my way in order to get a little stronger a little earlier, so that the boss, especially the first and second boss fights, are a little bit easier for me as a player to handle. Grab a couple more keys, a couple more power-ups. And this is your first boss. These are boss pages, boss criminal pages, what have you. You need to defeat the boss in order to move on. If you defeat the boss, then you move on to the next case, because you'll see we're at case number 1-10. So this is the end of this case. To move on to case 2-1, we need to defeat the boss. If we don't defeat the boss in any case, then we get sent back to the beginning of the case to go and try and do it again. So there are also, if you're struggling on a boss, these items down here that are grayed out right now. Sometimes you'll find them randomly as you're moving through your cases, and sometimes you'll find them in the shop. You can also get them by opening these detective kits, which you can get from your recharge packs, or I believe there's one for a daily sign-in as well. This one here, since the estimated loss of HP is not "you will be defeated," we know that we can defeat this boss, move on to the next case. So we'll just skip the whole battle cut scene there and move on to the next case. Now, the last interactable with this event is the attacks. There are these black masks that you'll find randomly as you're progressing through the cases. Now, these black masks can be used to attack other lords. So right now I don't have any black masks, so I can't do that. So we're just going to carry on. And see if we can find one in or on a floor drop, so that I can show you what that looks like as well. Let us grab this again. More defense. Moving on through. Doesn't look like I'll be able to get a black mask anytime soon, so I just wanted to show you what that looked like, but that may come in another video on my shorts. But that is it for that one. Continue progressing through each chapter, gain points. The higher in the case number and chapters that you go in your case number, the more points that you'll get for completing that chapter. So try and get to as high of a chapter as you can before you are stuck, and then just loop the chapter over and over and over and over again to gain as much points as possible, or as many items as possible, so that you can beat the next boss and move on to the next chapter. But thanks for coming by, everybody. This has been another King's Choice how-to video. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.